Hi, Scorpio. I'm sorry it took a little bit of time for me to get to your reading. There's a lot of things happening, so I was actually blocked from doing it yesterday because the energy was not right. So, thank you for stopping by. Your likes, your shares, and I could hear you feeling call. I could hear you calling me, and thank you. So, if you need a reading, would like to donate, anything like that, that information is in the description box. If you'd like me to make you something special for healing or anything like that, you can look at my website. I have designs there if you're looking for anything special. I also have like pendants and stuff like that in sterling silver and rings, but I have such a large inventory, it's hard for me to take the pictures, put it up, do the shows, and do readings and all of that. I'm just one woman, but I have many things available if you're looking for anything in particular. Please feel free to just message me or email me through my website. Bittersweet is what I'm hearing. Bittersweet, Scorpio. Bittersweet. Life and death, right? Dark and light, dark to light. Okay, we're going to start with the Enchanted Map. This is for April 1st through the 15th, 2020. Are you ready? Balancing Act. So, let's see if I can get a little bit more light, but not too much. A little bit bigger. Pardon me, I'm just going to make my screen bigger. Okay. Balancing Act. So this is a reverse. So this is an 11. Excuse me. This is about needing, the need to, sorry. It's about the struggle to get oneself in balance, to get a life in balance. Excuse me. To get our emotions in balance. It's a balancing. The balancing act is careful contemplation of what we're doing. Because it is our actions. It's what's going on around us, yes. But it is our actions, too. Because if you look at this, she has hold of the string and the ship on the string. And it's a careful balance. It does have to do with us. It's not everybody outside of us. So that was the message that's coming through here. Talisman. This is 49. That's 11. This is 49. So 11 is like, it's like Heaven's Gate kind of number, but it's also a 2, which is decisions. Sorry, my sinuses are nuts today. And then 49 is a 13. So it's kind of like 13 is always about death and rebirth. This one we're going to read. Okay, let me do the next one. I may just read them all. Flying, okay, this is 20. This is flying. So I have this one intuitively, but I'm just going to go ahead and read them all. Okay. It's reversed. It's a 2. 20, which is a 2 also. I did actually take sinus medicine. It just is not working for some reason. I took some chlorophyll, which is good for my lungs. And I have green tea sitting upstairs, but I'm just kind of getting hit a little bit hard with something today. And so what, right? So what? We're still here. We gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, so So balancing act, this is balancing act reversed. This is a time when it's important to address the areas in your life where there is discord. Are you fixated on getting your own way? Are you obsessed with one thing, neglecting essential matters that require your attention? Taking your own inventory is a necessary step towards rebalancing your life. Excuse me. And it's the only way to reach an equitable solution. Adjust yourself to the conditions of your environment so that of the environment you have no control over, and balance will come much more easily. If there is to be fairness, it must come from you. Wow, that's amazing, right? The next card is Talisman, reverse. So that was Balancing Act. Talisman. This card warns that you must be aware of the repetitive patterns in your lives. Sometimes the things that feel most familiar carry within them reminders of what you don't want to experience again. Yet here you are, faced with an important choice. You can move forward cautiously, or you can look for another path that will take you in a new direction. Consider this. If you've fallen down a hole a few times, why wouldn't you walk around the hole this time? If you know where the hole lies, treasure that wisdom. Then you know what to avoid, right? Or what to walk around. You can see it coming. Although the universe is unlimited, every individual path has some limitations. Except that not all avenues are available to you at this time. It is a powerful realization. That said, you don't have to retrace your footsteps either. No matter what, you're on this path to gain greater wisdom, regardless of the choice you make. This is a time to ask others who have been there before for advice and assistance. Their wisdom will awaken your own. So the last card is Flying. Reversed. When you see the Flying card reversed, it is a gentle reminder that there are times to take flight and times to remain grounded. For now, you must avoid overreaching. There is still work to be done before you earn your wings. Be patient. What you seek will not be out of reach forever. Remember the story of Icarus in Greek mythology, whose wax-made wings and overconfidence brought him too close to the sun. He perished because he didn't realize his limitations. Humanity is a great power, and now you must exercise it. Humanity is great power. You must exercise it. Doing too much, too fast, too soon only serves to prevent a beautiful flight later on. Careful considerations of one's actions, accepting where you are and what you cannot change. It kind of reminds me of that prayer that please help me to change the things I can, right? Accept the things I cannot change and accept and change what I can. It is a place of humility. And nobody's asking us to bow down to others. That's not what that is about. I don't know who that's for. But it's about us understanding that there's more than just us. And that, well, maybe to look at the reason why we're being slowed down, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Balancing Act right now. We're going to pull some cards on that. So we have the Four of Pentacles here. And Four of Pentacles reversed. Well, it's about not feeling protected. It's feeling like it's financial loss. Yeah. And that's on point because we're all suffering some kind of financial loss, not being able to work. Well, many of us anyway. And many, there might be other types of losses you're going through too. Maybe you're feeling unprotected right now. And so you're trying to find balance in that, trying to fix it, but it isn't the time, right? You try to find balance in the current situation. That's learning from the current situation. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, but there is also abundance here. You know, there is a legacy here. So at the same time, there's loss, but there's gain. There's more. All is not there's plenty of abundance where you're at. That's what they're saying. It's just not, it's all in the way you look at it, is what I'm hearing. Okay, it's perspective. Okay, so Knight of Wands. This is excitement. This is wanting to move, wanting to get things moving, change. It's inspiration. It's new ideas and all that. This is a time to bring those to you, to ponder them. Time of slowing down is a time to say, looking at what cannot change, and then if you could, how would you change it? If you could, what would you do different? If you could, inspiration on creating your new life, your new way, a new solution to whatever it is that has you, that is beyond your control. How would you fix it? How would you change it? It's that passion of wanting to truly move forward in a positive way, in a place of creation. It's utilizing that creative energy in a good way, and it's fast energy too. So now we're looking at the talisman. Now this is the one about where they say about falling in the same hole, making the same mistakes, okay? Three of Cups. So this Three of Cups is about celebration. It's about parties. It's about overindulgence. So it's about also reunions. So what is it that you're trying to... Let me get another card. Temperance, balance. This is about balance. This is taking that water and fire energy and finding a middle ground, finding a place of healing. So this could actually be overindulgence in just a party life, partying too much, avoiding one's own feelings, by celebrating all the time. Kind of, yeah. That's what's coming through. It's like doing the same thing, using the same substances and wondering why things don't change. Because we have the talisman, it's about repetitive patterns, okay? And then Temperance says there's healing that can take place here. This is any kind of healing and balance. That's the second card of balance, by the way. Okay. Third card is the King of Cups. Scorpio, this could be you, actually. It's masculine energy, but King of Cups reversed is about, it could be any other water sign, Pisces or Cancer. But King of Cups is about somebody that's emotionally imbalanced, and so they either are abusive to others, they hurt others, undermine each other, jealous of others, because they don't have the correct balance within themselves, and they take a lot of actions to avoid their emotions, to actually work through whatever trauma or whatever it is that's keeping them stuck. Many times it is trauma, something trapped that needs to come out, that needs to be discussed, that needs to be dealt with. It's also a card of alcoholism. I've got two cards of alcoholism here. I just want to point that out. And the Temperance, needing to heal and get past this addiction. And then the talisman is falling in the same hole. So it's time to be honest with where one is at. If this is maybe your story or somebody close to you. Okay? So the next card is Flying. Excuse me, reversed. And this card was about just sitting back and waiting to heal, that you can't take off. You can't do the things you want right now, that there's a reason to try to see what that is. Let me get the rest of that. These were so similar, which is interesting. They were really similar to each other. Yeah, trying to do too much because not realizing one's limitations. So I think this, I'm hearing, okay, you can let me know what you think, but the healing needs to take place here before you'll be allowed to move forward that way. Allowed could mean many things. It could mean before you feel well enough, before spirit allows you, before you're inspired enough. It could mean many things. So allowed, you can use that where it is. But if you push and you move forward without healing that, it won't be open to you. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about flying. Let's look at the cards on that one. Six of Swords. See, this is moving to a safe place. Moving to a safe place. Swords energy, but she's by herself. Okay. And this one, Six of Swords. Right? Page of Cups. This is a lack of commitment. Okay, it's not even a small emotional commitment. So let me get another card. Five of Swords reversed. This is turmoil and a battle being fought over ego and wanting to get my way. I want to get my way. Okay. So what I'm hearing here is you may try to run from this, but you have been running from this, from doing that healing. I got it. Okay. You can, if this card, okay, this is going to a safe place, right? So this card represents leaving a turmoil and going to a safe place, but you're just running back into the same thing, into the same self-deception and competitiveness. So you keep running in circles, okay? That's what this is saying. You're not going to a safe place. Somebody here might be saying to themselves, I'm going to do it this time, and then falls again. Okay. This is accepting what you cannot change. What can't you change right now? It could be, here's an example of all the times mistakes we made in the past. You can't change those. They're done. But the past does not have to define you either. The past does not have to, because I did it then and I could make it. It doesn't mean you can't make it now. You're Scorpio. Your death and rebirth. That is who you are. So to say you can't change this, it's not what you were born into to change. It's kind of like telling a Taurus he can't be wealthy and accumulate his own wealth. That's resistance to their own life plan, one of their life plans. As a Scorpio, this is up to you to do this. It's part of what you're supposed to do. That's just my opinion. Okay? But that's what they're saying. Okay? It's not just my opinion. Okay. Deep breath. If it triggers, then it probably is something to look at, so excuse me. Just trying to figure out what to do next. How do we do that? Let's ask the angels and ancestors and your higher self, creator and universe or spirit, right? How do we do that? High Priest. Intent and create. High Priest is basically the temper. It's a Hierophant card in the regular tarot. This is a spiritual leader, okay? Spiritual leader, but so we have being led by spirit. The Hierophant card is also about history and doctrine and established religions, established culture and all that, okay? There's a need to see beyond what you've been told and tap into your higher knowledge because you have it, Scorpio, your death and rebirth. Okay, you don't just have to pull darkness, you can pull light. You can pull light because there is light in death. In death, we're set free. It doesn't have to be sorrow and regret. It can be appreciation and celebration of one's life. It's up to us how we want to move through any energy, right? And here's The wise one. This is growing within your current situation. This is actually this same card. It's a confirmation. Growing within your current situation is trying to see what you haven't been seeing, what you haven't wanted to admit. Your part in it. All of our part in it. Everything. But dealing with emotions, allowing them to wash through you so you can be reborn, Scorpio. You deserve happiness for this person that this is regarding that you know. The wise one is the crone. In the crone, the three-part, you have the crone, you have the maiden, and then there's the moon, right? Okay, the crone is the wise one. The crone has the wise owl here, and she has the raven, which is communication with spirit. This is a double spiritual cards, okay? To tap into your spiritual guidance that you have been blocking. When you block yourself, when you block your emotions, you block your ability to tap into the higher realms. You could be tapping into the lower realms because of the addiction and the avoidance. And that's why we remain stuck. Certain actions and emotions and way of thinking will not allow us to go to the higher levels because we have to earn that place. So sorry, because we don't have the key. And we won't be given the key unless we earn it. So, Lady says, enjoy growth and reap rewards. It's time to grow. There's rewards waiting for you with this growth. And if you're being forced to be home, it's a good time to heal. So we can't use the excuse of, I got to keep moving. I can't think about it. It'll stop me. I can't work when I think about it. Well, if you're at home anyway, it's a good time to heal. It's a good time for all of us to heal. If you're not, then we have to figure out how to do this within our current situation, right? That's how we grow within any situation. It's no big deal when you get used to it, really. You take whatever happens as an opportunity. What do I need to see here? What do I need to change here? What am I not seeing? And how can I grow? How can I maximize every situation? And not in a way to get over on someone, but in a way to grow and be a better person and be more abundant. Okay? There's always abundance in every situation. Don't have to know how. Just got to believe it. Okay? It's not airy-fairy, believe it. No, this is doing work and dragging up the stuff that's been holding you back and keeping one addicted. Okay? This is not airy-fairy work. Oh, everything's going to be okay. Everything will always be okay. But we get to make sure it is, right? Because we're powerful people. But you doing things the way you used to will not work any longer. And I know you know that. Sitting right here. Whatever it is sitting right here. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do just a couple of these art through the eye of the soul oracles. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. This is about we reap what we sow. So do we want good things? So it's a time to really weigh your words, your actions, all that carefully. Because the world's changing. The world has changed. There's one. Okay. So retreat into nature, solitude. So this is about connecting with nature. You know, water's always good for water signs to be around rivers, streams, ocean, if you can. Salt baths are good. I know that's not nature, but they told me to tell you that. Now, the other part is running with the wolves. Yeah, I'm just teasing, but hey, it might be fun. So, retreat, I'm just a little levity. I hope you don't mind. because I love wolves. I got a new puppy. I wasn't planning on it, but she's been a joy. She's been a great distraction while we're all not knowing how we're going to pay our house payment or rent or utilities. So, but I also sit in the backyard more with her and let her play and just look around and think about how grateful I am to be here and to be here. And I look at the things that I appreciate more right now. Walks are good, Can't go too far away from home, but maybe you can start a little garden. And then the last card for you, Scorpio, is Embrace Enlightenment. It's time for you to grow into and receive, this new information that's waiting for you. It's not that far away. It's just the balance needs to happen. The things that you've been avoiding, they need to be released and faced. And so what you avoid, looking at them and reviewing this, seeing things for what they are, is what will help free you, free your mind, free your soul. It's just a thought. The work isn't always easy, but sometimes once we get there, it's not as bad as we thought. All those years of avoidance, it wasn't really that bad. It was just all we could do was avoid it, So it's time to embrace your own enlightenment, your own inner growth, your spirituality, because it's waiting for you. It's begging you. Okay. Temperance card is also about spiritual guidance. It's about the angels or want to assist you, allow them. Okay. Love you, Scorpio. Take care.